Okay, sweet peas, as you can see, that today's date is 1/10/2014 at 12:16 p.m. as a result of me showing you this video picture of my cell phone. We're also going to see here if I'm going to go to the tools menu to use the voice command feature so the phone can tell you the date and time.
Say a command. January 10th, Friday, 12:16 p.m. Say a command.
Okay, I'm going to do it again.
January 10th, Friday, 12:16 p.m.
Okay. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this video picture of my cell phone is that this particular video applies for the next 15 calendar days in reference to this specific hiking area. I'm showing you that this 10 is locked up. Okay. I am a target, victim, and activist concerning the crimes of what is known as gang stalking. Okay. And I am literally gang stalked and harassed even at this hiking area. Now, I have made videos, hundreds of videos, at least 75 videos pertaining to this particular hiking area that I've been at for 13 full months, which I can prove, concerning how one of the techniques that has been used around me, concerning me, about me, towards me, against me at this hiking area. I have made at least 75 videos, me stating, separate videos, me stating that they put individuals up on the sidewalk that ride their bikes by, or jog by, or even walk by, and will say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? Okay, on the sidewalk. Those videos were already published before this November event took place on a sidewalk, not too far away from a specific number-coded HA location. Do you hear these guys say gang stalk, gang stalking, and then gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up? Getting up on that sidewalk saying gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff, is a threat. 75 videos at least were published already online pertaining to me stating that that's what they were doing, getting up on the sidewalk and saying gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff. This event transpired on a different sidewalk. Okay, that's right. Do you hear these guys say gang stalking? Well, they both say gang stalk, then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up. That's a threat. Listen. Hang on. Alright, now listen. Gang is stalking, I'll F you up, and that occurred on a sidewalk. That's right, and one of the individuals that played a role in that event has harassed men anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions. Now, is that individual directly connected to the following coded number location? The following coded number location? Now, this individual is also connected to the following coded word location. And I'm doing this for strategic and legal purposes, and over time it will be described why. And when it is, you'll understand why. That worded coded location is GILL times 2, I'm a woman, not a man. Now, I know you don't make you can't even begin to make sense of why I'm wording that in that way, but over time you will. And then once I expose it, you will be able to have a complete pictorial representation in your mind concerning why and how it connects. Just trust me. Now, you can go to Google right now and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and property owners and landlords. It's one of the cooperating relationships that is ascertained by the individuals who are literally perpetrating these criminalities towards targeted individuals as a result of that person or persons having power positions in the community, the system. Okay, to find out, look, if they're getting up on the sidewalk, which they are, and saying gang stalk, then that automatically tells you they know where I'm at. And if this is organized crime in a system that is perpetrating these crimes and putting these people along this route alone to say that, then obviously they know where I'm at. And since they're in the system, do you honestly believe for 1 second that they cannot find out who pays the property taxes on this property? Of course they can. Now, if you went to Google and typed in organized stalking or gang stalking and landlords and property owners, you can see that they're already used to create the homelessness of a target, along with, but not limited to, post employees, mail theft and mail delayment, rent. That's right. And basically what they do is create homelessness of a targeted individual and then have them gang stalked along all their routes everywhere they go, every single day, including at motel rooms, separate apartment buildings, in case a target decides, well, I've had enough of this apartment complex, I'll just move to another one and everything should be okay. They're gang stalked to the next one. Then they're gang stalked to motel rooms. Targeted individual finally just gets smart and says, well, I'm going through all my money renting apartments and this shit ain't stopping. I'll just go hiking. They'll gang stalk you to your hiking area. It's the 4th hiking area I've been gang stalked to. Now, they set up some individuals within 10 days of me moving to this hiking location 13 months ago. They set up some individuals to hike out about 100 feet away. Originally, when I first came to this hiking location, I was actually hiking over there. I then packed up all my belongings in order to go to Yucca Valley for a week. And while I was gone to Yucca Valley, it rained here in San Diego County. And when I came back, I noticed that all the water that comes up from the drainage system comes down up and through here and then drains out into that creek bed down there. And the water came down with such force that it moved everything away, all the tree bark and all the bushes and shit like that. It totally swept it all away, which told me that if I continued to hike there, that once it rained again, I'd be washed away. So I decided to move over here. But when I came back and noticed that the rain had washed everything away, guess what I also noticed? That they had set up some freaks on the other side of the creek to hike out. And if I would have moved back over there, once I came back from Yucca Valley, they would have then, at that time, only been 30 feet away from me. And they're the same exact individuals that have been yelling gang stalk from a distance like you would not believe. In fact, they've even went as far as clearing a ledge from their area that comes all the way over here to the other side of where these black weatherization sheets are. So they can get closer to my area, so I'll hear them say gang stalking more clearly. They mostly do it at night, sometimes in the morning when I wake up during the day. So what I do, as a result of this harassment and the threats, is I developed ways to hide my property. You know, my clothes and my camping gear and shit like that. The tent I'm not going to take down every morning, okay? But if you synthesize and cross-reference all the descriptions I've made in this particular video, landlords, property owners, stalking you from apartment to apartment to apartment, to motel room to motel room to motel room, along all your routes, do you honestly think they're not going to gang stalk you to this area? Now, I am planning on moving here. It is taking me longer than I expected it to, but I'm going to move smartly. What I'm doing is basically preparing identical kits that I'm going to be taking with me to 3 to 4 separate new hiking locations. So when they pull shit at those, I won't have to pick up all my belongings and move them from one place to another place and then experience the same thing at the next place I go to. If I divvy up my property and take a little bit of it to each one, then when I have to move, once they create events there, I won't have to move everything I own at one time, which can take 2 weeks to go back and forth to a new place, and then they pull the same shit there. They'll have me constantly bebopping me from place to place. That's right. Which will totally take up like all my time like you would not believe. Trust me, I know exactly what I'm talking about. So while I am preparing to make up these identical kits, then I also had to find the new hiking areas and then move portions of my property to each one at on separate dates, while living in between, you know, shopping on a daily basis to take care of my needs, trying to stay current in reference to currently exposing the crimes that are currently happening to me on the internet. All that crap takes time like you would not believe. So until I can move from here, and when I do move concerning the new hiking areas, if anything happens concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me at any of these hiking areas, this video applies for the next 30 days actually. That's right, this area. And I've already told you that this area's got a number code attached to it that's even been put in an email file that's been sent to myself, printed out, that I'm carrying in my possession right now, and it's also got a word code attached to it. I've been here for 13 full months. If I come home on any date and there's a trespass notice put on this tent, will it be directly connected to this gang stalking in order to tie me up in the busyness of moving so I don't have time to prepare to go to a lawyer or a law firm? Because I'm writing out letters right now, typing them on the internet. Okay? That's right, baby cakes. Now, or if I come home and there's anything missing or damaged in reference to my tent, this whole entire tent that you're looking at right now, or any property that's hidden close by out of sight. That might be done to provoke me to go over there and confront them because they've already intentionally associated themselves to this campaign. Think about this. I was already putting videos all over the internet that these filthy animals they set up 100 feet away were yelling gang stalking. I already made numerous, I mean over 50 to 75 videos at least online already that they were putting individuals up on the sidewalk to say gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? And then all of a sudden, hang on. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, two guys approach me on a sidewalk and threaten me and say gang stalk as they're doing it. When I was making those videos and publishing them online about them getting them out on the sidewalk and saying that, what was I doing? Predicting a future event that finally took place on Thanksgiving Day and the same method was used? It shows that the crime was already happening, which shows that this crime, which shows just a small portion of the duration of this crime. In other words, it proves it was already occurring because the same tactic was used. That's right. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Getting up on the sidewalk and saying gang stalk and then saying why don't you come and steal our stuff is a threat. It's a threat that's associated to gang stalking because they're literally saying gang stalk and then they say the threat. Then they got up on the sidewalk on Thanksgiving Day and said, gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up. That's a threat. Same technique. And the videos concerning them saying that up on the sidewalk pertaining to saying gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff, were already all published on the internet up to a year prior. So it shows that I was already telling the truth concerning what they were doing just pertaining to that particular method. So why won't the San Diego police make a police report? I don't know. I mean, deduce it in your own mind. Me catching gang stalking happening inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters has been caught on audio file. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth, and to predict what might happen before it occurs. So when it does occur, I can expose the factual reality that this crime is happening to me, and then all you have to do is sit back in your chair and think to yourself, why won't the San Diego police make one police report? That's gross negligence of duty. If those individuals would have assaulted me on that sidewalk on that day, it would have been a direct result of the individuals in the San Diego Police Department denying my right to make a police report on numerous previous occasions before that Thanksgiving event happened. They're leaving me wide open to be a victim of a crime by not investigating the crimes I'm attempting to reporting and them telling me no, I can't report it. Gross negligence of duty. Obstruction of justice. And they know it, and they know I know the law concerning it. So I guess they figure the only way that they can protect themselves is to utilize their see, if this is organized crime in the system and they're connected to judges, possibly prosecutors and members of the DA's office, if I filed a lawsuit against anybody, who would that lawsuit end up on the desk of? A syndicated member in the system? It's the open, perfect crime. It's a crime that can happen to you and continue to happen to you because the ones who are perpetrating it against you are in the system that are supposed to be advocating for you. So, what I do is make video predictions about what might happen, how it might occur, the lies and deceit and the bullshit that will be used to cover it up. If they bring a landlord or property owner down here and put a trespass notice on my tent, and if I don't move, I'm threatened with arrests, fines, and everything. So I think to myself, well, I already know I can't get help in the system, I better move. They tie me up in the business of moving. Time goes by. I go down to file another police report. The crime's happening to me still. Well, Leslie, I'm sorry, you can't prove this crime's happening to you. Well, look, officer, I got audio files, 800 audio files of individuals getting around me every day and saying gang stalking. I show them the audio files. Oh, we can't clearly hear it being said. Do you see the bullshit? That's right. That's right. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta start my day. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. We're going to see if any problems transpire at this specific hiking area. Okay? Any problems pertaining to the theft of my property, trespass notices, the damage of any of my property or any events or incidences, and they will even use neighbors. Make no mistake about it. They'll use neighbors, friends or family members, friends of neighbors, the children of neighbors. Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking, bullying on steroids. Look at how neighbors were involved in the gang stalking of that guy. Huh. It's just astronomical, the bullshit that innocent American citizens are putting up with because of these organized crime, filthy sewer rats in the system that are not only perpetrating these crimes, but protecting them. And as a result, the target of these crimes remains in the victimization of them. I'm in San Diego, California. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth. Plain and simple. I gotta go. I gotta start my day. I hope you have a nice day, and I really honestly appreciate you listening. If you have the ability to and you feel comfortable with it, please spread the word. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.